Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, going camping on a remote island can be quite a bit of fun. However, you should always check to make sure that that island isn't inhabited by a chainsaw-wielding maniac. Tonight's movie, Deadly Camp.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Triskaidekaphilia! Yes, tonight it is time to return to the land of Asia, Hong Kong actually, to review 3 Hong Kong movie madness mayhem films. Yes, made in Hong Kong. Volume 1 from my friends at Vinegar Syndrome. 3 Tales of Terror. And I thought, well, you know what? The next 3 nights, let's review each and every one of them. Otherwise, if I just review 1 or 2, someone's going to go, well, what about the 3rd one? Or what about this one? So, you know what? I'm just going to get them all out. And I'm going to start with probably the weakest of all of them. So that way we finish strong, right? Because, you know, start out kind of, and then you just work your way up. So, tonight in this 3-movie box set, I am going to review The Deadly Camp, 1999. Apparently, it takes place in 1999. Anyway, so what is The Deadly Camp about? Well, it starts off with this couple that are running for their lives because they're being chased by a chainsaw-wielding maniac who's got bandages all over his face and arms. Apparently, he's got leprosy or something. I don't know. Anyways, and of course, you know, they meet with an unfortunate demise. Then we are introduced to the main characters. A group of friends who are going to an island retreat to camp out and have fun. A great, fun weekend. Camping, roughing it, playing in the sea, all that stuff. Nice and cool. Anyways, on this island, they're not alone because there is a man with his 2 cronies and some floozy who are there searching for, apparently, that couple that we saw in the first scene, because apparently they're business associate of the big boss, and he probably wasn't supposed to leave for this island without permission from him, something like that. This is, sleazy business underground stuff going on. I don't know. Anyways, of course, both of those groups are not alone because, yes, there is the bandage-wearing, chainsaw-wielding maniac on the loose, and apparently he has a son who has certain disabilities, and because of that, the chainsaw-wielding person is very protective and kills to protect that child, but also kidnaps the girls because I guess he wants grandchildren. Creepy. Anyways, so before we get to the scores, will this group be able to survive the maniac with the chainsaw, or will they all end up being dead or being brides of the guy's son? Well, you'll have to watch and find out. Anyways, moving on to the scores, shall we? Violent score, I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5 because there should be more blood in this movie. There's a fucking chainsaw, man. It's a chainsaw. It should just be splatterific. Apparently the girl gets sliced in the throat and you get some blood spray and then it's just like, not even pieces, not even body parts. Come on! Can you get some body parts? Yes, sure, there was this guy who was in half. That was nicely done. We kind of get what I assume should be like the guy's leg getting cut off, and there's some blood, but really, outside of a few moments, it's kind of tame. It's kind of tame and really somewhat disappointing. So 2.5 out of 5. Moving on to shock value, 1 out of 5. Yes, they try to do a few jump scares, which don't work. And I guess the shock is supposed to be, the sort of crazed family situation going on there. And yeah, like, it is kind of shocking, that he wants to mate his son with the ladies. But the son, he's got issues and probably doesn't know what to do. Literally, like, he wouldn't know what to do with a naked woman literally in front of him. Because he doesn't know what to do. Not saying that they were naked. But anyways, so, yeah. Not very shocking. 1 out of 5. Moving on to plot. And I am giving this a 2 out of 5. So this is, I guess, I'm thinking this is supposed to be a horror comedy. Because there is a lot of ridiculousness in the characters, especially the 2 lackeys of the big boss. But it's just, it's borrows heavily from other better movies, and the plot itself isn't really original at all. Friends, island, murderer happens there. And honestly, I think we waste a lot of time in this movie with the lackeys, the comics support of those characters, and I really didn't like them. They didn't really work for me. The whole thing with the boss, for the most part, really didn't work. There was some interesting things when he was captured, spoiler alert, but other than that, there's just a lot of this movie that is just kind of ho-hum. And when the violence and the action doesn't really deliver, you just start to get like this feeling like there's better things you could be watching. There's better things you could be doing with your time. So yeah, unfortunately, 2 out of 5. It doesn't really do anything interesting, plot-wise, story-wise, character-wise. Really, nothing. Yeah. So moving on to acting, I'm also giving this a 2 out of 5 because, yeah, the acting is just, it's so overdone. Like, it is all the cliche acting that people point to and complain about in horror movies. It's all the cliches with what feels like no nuance to it, no rising above it. Nothing in any of these performances will elevate it to where it's much better. It's bad all around. It's not horrible. It's not like unskilled. It's just so cliche and just uninspired. Yeah, it's 2 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity, and that is a 1 out of 5 for a very short scene with the floozy. Sorry, girl, sorry. That was the whole point of you being in this movie. Let's face it. You were there to be the one guy's girlfriend so that he can fondle your tits while you get captured. That was it. That was like, and of course, tried to be mated with the son. But that's it. Also disappointing. 1 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor. And so this is a frustrating movie for me because there were ways that this movie could have worked and be better. They ramp up the gore and the violence. Like, it's a chainsaw, man. It's a freaking chainsaw. It should be a blood-splattered mess, and there should be body parts strewn all about. And it's not. It's not. And you could have gone even more psychotic and demented with the son girlfriend story. You could have become more memorable, twisted, and maybe super wrong, but at least it would have been something more interesting. But you didn't even do that. In the end, it was all dumb. Including the twist shock at the end was dumb. It was a disappointing movie. And so 2 out of 5, my enjoyment factor of this movie, and also my overall impression, is a 2 out of 5. It is the first during this 31 Nights of Halloween Horror really disappointing movie. This is the really true bad movie that has very little redeeming qualities that you can hold it up and say, hey, at least this. It is an oddity. It is something, you get drunk with friends and watch just to make fun of. It's just not very good. It's not very good, and it's sad, and it's disappointing, and it is a very weak start to this trio, but I promise you it will get better. Just wait. But yeah, so 2 out of 5 overall impression, and that averages out to a 1.8, which is, yes, that is indicative that there is very little fun to have with this movie. It's a shame. Thank goodness it comes with 2 better movies, so you don't feel like if this was just the release and it was Deadly Camp, I would be very upset, and understandably so. But they all can't be winners, and sometimes you have to have a loser in there so that you can appreciate the winners more. And honestly, I appreciate Night Screams more because of this movie. Because even though that one was pretty mediocre, at least it has stuff going on. There was stuff. I will remember Night Screams because of the story around it more than I'm going to remember Deadly Camp 1999. I'll remember Deadly Camp 1999 when someone goes, hey, what's a bad Hong Kong horror movie? I'll be like Deadly Camp 1999. That's the bad Hong Kong horror movie. Anyways, so there we have it. Thank you for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Leave a comment section in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Have you seen Deadly Camp? Is it the best movie you've ever seen? I don't know. Watch more movies. No, anyways, I don't get to do all the YouTube stuff. I don't know, whatever. It's like we are, this is the last 10 episodes are coming, so I'm tired. I'm fading fast anyways, but more to come tomorrow night. So anyways, so thank you for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember, internet, to stay scary. And also, if you're going to attack the bandage chainsaw-wielding maniac, and you have a knife, and you try to stab him, and he just grabs the knife, and then takes it from you, and then you decide, okay, I can still kind of get into a fist fight with this guy. No. This man feels no pain. You're going to hit him in the face a couple times, and he's going to break you in half. Which, spoiler alert, kind of what happens in the movie. So, run like hell. Run. You know what? Even better, don't go to mysterious islands. I've not seen a movie where you go to a mysterious island and it ends well. I mean, I do watch horror movies, so I guess that's kind of like, a thing. But still, I don't. Anyways. Blah.